So Twitch and YouTube. Um, Probably gonna skip Minecraft tonight because the thing we need to do right now most in it is basically dig long tunnels, and that's best to do off of screen. I don't think anybody wants to watch me just dig for like a few hours. Hmm. Okay, we got Spite and Bao joining Digimon. Believe it or not, I never watched Pokemon, but I did watch Digimon as a kid. I never saw Pokemon on the channels, and um, I used to watch Fox as a kid, and Digimon was on Fox. I think Pokemon was on when I was a kid, but they were on like Channel 5 or something. So tonight's gonna be mainly just watching videos. Ooh, Osmond and his daughter. Bao baking muffins. I don't think I've seen that one. Let me just open this in another window and mark it to watch later. Hmm. This looks like Robocop without the helmet part on. The hell? VTubers reacting to VTubers from, I guess, Rule 34? That can't be a good thing. I wouldn't expect Saturn to be fucking peaceful. It's a gas giant. Come on, wear the shorts. There's usually a line of them every now and then. Now it seems like it doesn't want to show them at all. There's somebody I haven't seen in my recommendations. A wild bunny mon. Oh, underworld lore. The first werewolf, the first vampire were brothers, and they were from a family where the father was like an immortal, from what I remember. It's been a while. Wishmaster, really good movie. Hmm. Maybe that one too, since we're not going to do Minecraft tonight. Okay, it doesn't look like it's going to show us any more shorts. So I'm just going to look for some karaoke. That's a pretty good song. I remember that song. Bare Naked Ladies, 1 week. Yeah, it sucks when you think your back's recovered enough and you start trying to strengthen it and then it fucking hurts so fucking bad. I've actually used that line before. Your mom should have swallowed you. Okay. Hmm. Tempted to do this one since I did Hit Me One More Time yesterday. Think about that one later. Hmm. I don't remember that one. I don't remember Lucky from Britney Spears. I listened to her when I was younger. Hmm. Not sure what quite a few of these are. Maybe I've heard them before, I just don't recognize the names. Hmm. That's one I know, but I don't think I can sing it well. Let's see if that's the one I think it is. Hmm. Somebody else originally sang this song, didn't they? I know it wasn't. I know the original version wasn't Kenny Rogers or and Anna Murray. I think it wasn't. I've heard the song before, but it wasn't from them. Hmm. Not sure why a lot of these are being recommended, since a lot of them don't sound familiar at all. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but I'm not sure how to sing something I've never heard. Hmm. That song from up there reminded me of a song I'd like to sing. Oh yeah, that's right. It was from Soundgarden, wasn't it? And let's try this one too. Okay. Well, let's check out some Emery first.
Bro, look, I got this sick-ass jacket. Look, isn't this, like, drippy? And this front part, the zipper only goes up to here, and then there's hooks. Furry drip? No! Ta-da! It kind of reminded me of some of, like, the Skinner outfits in Red Dead 2. It's
I'd believe you if you told me she was an Eskimo.
Cowardly lion-ass skin. Oh my gosh. Y'all are just always hating no matter what. How's the drip now? Bro, look, I got this sick-ass...
However, if she was an Eskimo, she'd probably die right away. She hasn't got enough fat on her to insulate her worth the hell in the cold environment. I think one of the funniest Eskimo scenes I ever seen was from Boy Meets World, where I don't remember their names. I only got into the show because a friend liked it. But there was this not the main kid, but his friend was in a contest, and the contest was whoever could last longest would win. And they were basically had to stay outside, and it was snowing, and it was basically a cold night. And his opponent was an Eskimo who was eating an ice cream cone. It was a hilarious scene. Rising up, back on the street. Took my time, took my chances. distance and now we're not gonna... Oh, now I'm back on my feet. And it's will to survive. Many times it happened too fast. We trade our passion for glory. I fight just to keep them alive. It's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight. Holy fuck. I love this series of his. The Search Continues, where he's looking for a gem. I just loved them.
Anime Girl Asmongold. What is this? Oh my fucking god.
Asmongold's daughter. I love how instead of trying to ship them as a couple, the fandom of the two of them shipped them as father and daughter.
Jesus. The McDonald's ad? Wow. Jesus. Vibe check? Too much hair? Shut up, it's anime. It's what it's supposed to be, okay?
But Asmongold literally made this girl's career just for something that basically was completely random to him. Something he wasn't planning to do. He has a slight fraction of what it feels like to be Bill Clinton. Only he didn't get nearly as much satisfaction out of it as Bill did. Asmongold just goes in and sees a VTuber and he makes her career. Bill Clinton is so fucking famous, he gets his you know what sucked, and the woman who sucked it becomes famous.
Guys? Yeah, come on. Anime Girl Asmongold. What is this?
Bro,
Okay.
it's really messed up, man, because, like, when I sit on the floor, my pelvic, like, my freaking pelvic bone hits the floor with a dunk. Hold up, I'm gonna fall on the floor. Here you go. Listen to this, bro. Alright, here you go. Ah! Okay, we're done. We're done.
Ow.
We're done. Actually, hurt. We're done. Was that a Minecraft skeleton dropping? Wait, did it sound bad? Bro, it's really messed up, man, because, like, when I sit on the floor, my pelvic, like, my freaking pelvic bone hits the floor with a dunk.
That
Hold up, I'm gonna
sucks.
fall on the floor. Here you go.
Let's skip past those and save them for last. Okay. Outside from Stained. I remember, cause I'm outside and I'm looking in. Let's see if this is the song I think it is. And you could bring me to my knees again. All the times that I could beg you please in vain, and all the times and I felt insecure for you, and I leave the burdens at the door. But I'm on the outside, I'm looking in, I can see through you, see your true colors, 'cause inside you're ugly like me. I can see through you, see through the real all the time felt like this won't end. It's for you, and I taste what I could never have. It was from you, all the times that I've cried. My intentions full of pride, but I waste more time than anyone. But I'm on the outside, I'm looking in, I can see through, see your true colors, 'cause inside you're ugly like me. I can see through, see to the real and all the time that I've cried, all this wasted, it's all inside, and I feel all this pain, stuffed it down, it's back again, and I lie here in bed, all alone. I can't mend, but I feel tomorrow will be okay. But I'm on the outside, I'm looking in, I can see through you, see your true colors. Inside you're ugly like me. I can see through you, see to the real you. Now that is what you call a good song, folks. That is a good song. Okay. Now let's see if this is what I think it is. All my life, without a doubt, I give you all my life, now and forever till the day I die. You and I will share. Nope, don't know it. All the things this changing world can offer, so I sing. I'd be happy just to stay this way, spend each day with you. There was a time that I just thought that I would lose my mind. You came along and then the sun did shine. It started on our way. I do recall that every moment spent was wasted time, but then I chose to lay it on the line. I put the past away, I put the past away, I put the past away. Not what I thought it was at all. Don't know the song, I don't think I've ever heard it. moment I thought it was just, and all my life, I will carry you through all my life. Between each hour of the passing days, I will stay with you. There was a time that I just thought that I would lose my mind. You came along and then the sun did shine. We started on our way. I do recall that every moment spent was wasted time. But then I chose to lay it on the line. I want this all my life. 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 Maybe because I didn't really know it, didn't seem all that good to me. There's a name I haven't seen in a year, M2M. Song I know the most by them is Mirror Mirror, though. Black Hole Sun from what was there? Soundgarden. In my eyes, indisposed, in disguise, no one knows. Hides the face, lies the snake. In the sun, in my disgrace. Boiling heat, summer stench. Neath the black, the sky looks dead. Call my name through the cream, and I'll hear you scream again. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come, won't you come, won't you come? Shuddering, cold and damp, still the warm wind, tired friend. Times are gone for honest men, sometimes far too long for snakes. In my shoes, walking sleep, and my youth I pray to keep. Heaven send hell away, no one seems like you anymore. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come, won't you come? Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come, won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you come? disappear. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come, won't you come? Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come, won't you come? 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 Won't you I'm gonna have to try to do this one with a soft voice, almost girlish. Hello, I'm Michael Jackson. I'll be your dream, I'll be your wish, I'll be your fantasy. I'll be your hope, I'll be your love, be everything that you need. I'll love you more with every breath, truly, madly, deeply do. I'll be strong, I'll be faithful, 'cause I'm counting on a new beginning. A reason for living, a deeper meaning, yeah. I wanna stand with you on a mountain. I wanna bathe with you in the sea. I wanna lay like this forever, until the sky falls down on me. And when the stars are shining brightly in the velvet sky, I'll make a wish, send it to heaven, and make you want to cry. The tears of joy for all the pleasure and the certainty that we're surrounded by the comfort and protection of the highest powers in lonely hours. The tears devour you, and I wanna stand with you on a mountain. I wanna bathe with you in the sea. I wanna lay like this forever, until the sky falls down on me. Oh, can you see it, baby? You don't have to close your eyes, 'cause it's standing right before you. All that you need will surely come. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll be your dream, I'll be your wish, I'll be your fantasy. I'll be your hope, I'll be your love, be everything that you need. I'll love you more with every breath, truly, madly, deeply do. I wanna stand with you on a mountain. I wanna bathe with you in the sea. I wanna live like this forever until the sky falls down on me. Well, I wanna stand with you on a mountain. I wanna bathe with you in the sea. Well, I wanna live like this forever until the sky falls down on me. Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, that I love you, do you know? That I love you, do you know? Okay. Let's see. We will start with this one. Guys, Nuke's Top 5 channel. Top 5 scary ghosts. Well, yeah, top 5 scary ghost videos. Prepare to be terrified. Excuse me. Let's get right into it, shall we?
Meanwhile, on TikTok, one day a severely damaged car is brought into a garage in Villarica, Chile. It seems that the car had been involved in a serious traffic accident just the night before.
It's black.
The owner of the repair shop, Marcos Garcia, has a house that sits on the same property as the garage. Around 2:30 in the afternoon, he notices something very odd outside his window. He spots one of his mechanics, a man named Juan, who seems to be involved in a very animated conversation with someone. The problem is, there's no one there. Juan is all alone.
Why does it sound kind of like the background music they're playing there is Dream On from Aerosmith?
Marco quickly pulls up the live feed of the garage's CCTV camera on his phone. What happens next is downright chilling.
Doesn't sound so much like it now. Looks like he's feeding chickens.
Oye, este weón se volvió loco. Estoy revisando por la cámara del taller de mi teléfono, estoy en mi casa. Y este maestro está hablando solo. No cacho qué onda. De verdad que no cacho qué
I don't
onda.
find it all that odd that people talk to themselves. I do it all the time. I was talking yesterday about how when I was a teenager, this wouldn't grow in. A good idea to give you a good way to give you an idea what it used to look like is just go like this. Entire area here is all bare. Just can't notice it when my head is down.
Voy a preguntar por
Holy
qué.
camera jump,
¿Qué está
Batman!
haciendo? A ver, vamos a preguntar. ¿Aló? Oye, disculpa, pero ¿con quién estás hablando?
Con don Carlos, que me está viendo, pasando el presupuesto y explicando el tema del accidente que tuvo anoche en la carretera. Entonces me está viendo el presupuesto, le estoy explicándole lo que le estoy diciendo.
Oye, cálmate. ¿Qué, don Carlos? Pero, oye, escúchame un poquito. ¿Tú me estás hablando del accidente de anoche?
Claro.
Juan, me estáis huellando, ¿cierto?
No, pues estoy con don Carlos aquí, pues. Le estoy explicándole todo.
Oye, ¿podéis subir? ¿Sabes qué? Oye, es que no estáis hablando con nadie, viejo.
Pero Se puso que aquí al frente mío, po, weón.
No estás hablando con nadie, Juan, y ayer los que chocaron murieron todos.
La televisión, desde que los caí.
Juan, no estás con nadie, sube y ven a ver las cámaras, tengo todo grabado.
No, pero que no sea así, porque...
Sube, viejo, sube, vente al tiro, vente al tiro, vente al tiro. Si estás no estás con nadie, Juan.
Yo no, párala. Entiendo que cayeron con el altavoz escuchándome esto, ¿ves?
Viejo, no, tengo grabado, vente por favor, vente.
Espera, por favor.
No, esta weá es...
Mechanic Juan swears that he was talking to a man who was very real and said his name was Mr. Carlos.
Then why didn't he have the man come with him? Why, when he was told that he was alone, did he not place his hand on the guy to see if he was solid and real?
Juan says that he could see Mr. Carlos standing right in front of him, clear as day. He says Mr. Carlos was asking questions about repairing the severely wrecked car from the night before. Now, Juan had no idea that all of the passengers in the car had passed away in the accident. He also didn't know that one of the deceased passengers was a man named Mr. Carlos. So did Juan talk to a ghost? He certainly seems convinced. But what do you think? This next video is a bit of a mystery as it was posted to TikTok without a source. The post claims that the video was recorded in an apartment in Barranquilla, Colombia. The man who recorded it said that he was shocked when he began hearing the chilling sound of a woman crying from somewhere in his house. He took out his phone to record the terrifying event, but what happens next makes his blood run cold.
Oh wow, that's wrong. That's very wrong. Holy fuck! A little kid behind the TV!
Niño.
Holy fuck, the little kid isn't
A
behind
young
the
boy
TV
with a blank
anymore.
expression suddenly appears from behind the man's TV stand. And judging from the man's reaction, he has no idea who this child is. The boy then ducks down behind the stand and the man quickly walks over.
Okay, the last video, I think it was all a setup between the two guys, just trying to make an interesting video. Nothing wrong with it. Pretty convincing. The guy looked like he was talking to somebody, but again, why wouldn't he ask the guy to come with him? When he was told he was there alone, why didn't he touch the guy, which would be a human instinct to touch somebody to see if they're actually there when you're told that they're not? It'd be human instinct to touch them to feel if they were real. As for this one, I'll have to rewind it a bit, but I'd say that the guy did a cut there and had the kid move and then went forward. Just give me a second to finish my sugaring my tea. At least until my coffee cools down. Is this one the green tea or is this one the ginger tea? I think it might be the ginger because the green tea isn't usually that strong. I like it shaken, not stirred. That hits the spot. Okay, move you out of the way. Let's place you there. Okay, rewind it just a little bit. Okay, I can tell where the steel was there.
Niño.
Okay, take a look at the shadow. You see how there's no shadow even though he's right in front of it?
Niño.
And then here's the shadow now. Slightly to the right. So I'd basically say right...
Niño.
Right here is where he made the cut. Because that shadow pretty much appears out of nowhere. Hmm. Okay, just keep an eye down here. That's where the shadow is going to appear.
Niño.
Okay, you see how the shadow just appeared, even though he didn't really move further? This was recorded at 2 different times, pretty obviously, from the way the shadow just popped up like that.
A young boy with a blank expression suddenly appears from behind the man's TV stand. And judging from the man's reaction, he has no idea who this child is. The boy then ducks down behind the stand and the man quickly walks over. But the boy has disappeared into thin air. Now, without a source, it's impossible to know whether this creepy footage is real or fake. But either way, the video is definitely spooky. A few months ago, we featured
So as I said, it's just a guy with his kid.
the story of Tim Saver, a night guard who started a new job at an undisclosed facility. For some reason, no one was willing to work the night shift. And before long, Tim understood why. He began to experience disturbing and unexplainable events at work. Eventually, Tim discovered that the source of the strange activity in the building seemed to be coming from an overhead attic space. When Tim went up into the attic to investigate, he discovered something truly horrifying.
I need to raise up my voice's top setting in the deal, because the cutoff of the voice and the cutoff of the audio playback seems to be around the same level.
Since this video, the strange activity in the building has only gotten worse. Tim says that he's actually been attacked by something a few times.
I think I've seen this one before.
So, cut to another late night. Security guard Tim begins to hear banging coming from somewhere inside the building. Once again, he grabs his phone and hits record as he goes to investigate.
Please protect me, God.
Hello? With that blue bear, with the blue trash can. Yeah, it's just something falling over.
What the fuck? Whoa. Hello? Who's there? Hello?
A mannequin moves on its own and then falls over. Then a large glass frame falls to the floor and shatters into a million pieces. Tim hears the creepy sound of a woman crying, and finally, a loud raspy voice can be heard from somewhere in the room.
Hello?
Tim is scared shitless and he just makes a run for it. So, now a few weeks later, Tim is back on the night shift when things once again take a terrifying turn.
Why would you have mannequins out like that? They're fucking creepy.
Hello?
You know, what's missing from this becoming a Markiplier nightmare is the sound of ethereal children. Guys, if you're going to be working security jobs, take my advice. Buy yourself a stream light. It might be a tad more expensive, but they come with a spare battery. They charge really well, and you won't get a brighter light. Especially for the amount of hours you can use it, and for the price. A good one is about $150. They're rechargeable. They come with 2 batteries. You can get a car adapter. Well, yeah, I think they come with a car adapter for the power cord. Or you can just use the newer ones can use like the phone plug-in cords and stuff. But yeah, get a stream light flashlight. They're very durable, they're very strong, they last a long time, and they're very fucking bright. Not to mention they have different brightnesses, and they got flash features and stuff like that. Oh, God.
Someone or something can be seen sitting on top of a steel cart. Whatever it is slowly moves back, and when Tim turns on his flashlight,
that was somebody leaning over. Those were hands.
It just disappears. Tim says he is shocked.
See? Fingers. It's just somebody leaning over. You can see the face, you can see the body. So no, it's not somebody sitting on it. It's just somebody leaning over the thing. And if this isn't a setup, if this isn't them making the video just for the hell of it, this guy's one shit of a security guard.
By all that he's seen while working as a night guard in the building, but this pushed him over the edge. The next day, Tim quit his job. So is it real? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. We need scary videos, so if you see a scary video that you think would be great on the top 5, email us at nukestop5@gmail.com. It looks back. Over on the channel, RX Files explore Indonesian paranormal investigator Chu does a live solo investigation of the infamously haunted Tayu Hospital on the Indonesian island of Java. Tayu Hospital was built way back in 1933, and over its 80-year history, it began to develop a very bizarre reputation. Many patients who were treated at Tayu Hospital claimed to see the ghost.
Yeah, I've worked several jobs as security guards. As a security guard, I've done a job as a bouncer once. Other than that, my jobs have mainly been manual labor, like warehouse work or landscaping. Did a few assistant mechanical jobs, basically as assisting my dad while he was doing work on people's vehicles. Assisted electrical work, assisted plumbing. By plumbing, I don't mean like plunging and stuff. I mean like redoing pipes, fixing pipes, stuff like that.
Figure of an old nurse roaming its hallways. They also said that they had seen the terrifying apparitions of patients who had passed away inside the old hospital. And some even claimed to experience horrible hallucinations, like bloody footprints running up the walls that no one else could see. Tayu Hospital closed its doors in 2015 and has been left abandoned ever since. Paranormal investigator Chu is completely alone with nothing but a flashlight and his phone as he broadcasts his investigation live to his streaming audience.
Yeah, when I was at Kaiser, they had me on constant, just a second, guys. Okay. When I was at Kaiser, I was on constant, vital sign monitors. There's something they had beside my bed that took the heart. Well, they put these things all over my chest, these sticky things. They put the thing on my finger. And basically, I think they also had this thing wrapped around my arm. Like twice an hour, the thing on my arm would take my blood pressure. It was all automated. That's when I was at Kaiser. They did the same stuff at Kindred, except I wasn't on a constant monitor anymore. They came out like once every, I think, every like 4 to 6 or maybe 8 hours. They did it like 3 or 4 times a day. They came out and took the O2 levels, the blood pressure, and stuff like that.
As Chu roams the hospital grounds, he starts to hear a few strange sounds here and there, but it doesn't seem to bother him. But then, Chu begins to ask that the alleged spirits that haunt the hospital let him know that they are there. And this is when things start to get creepy.
Udah, suara-suara saja. Tunjukkan semua ejakulasi kalau memang kalian ada di sini. Lingkau.
I can reproduce that.
A hospital stretcher moves by itself, frightening Chu so much that he begins to shake uncontrollably. But things are about to get much worse.
It seems like one of the wheels of the thing is stuck, and it looks like somebody had a string attached to the front right end. And so when they pull, well, the front end up here, that was up here to the right. So when they pulled it, the wheel that was locked didn't turn, so it basically went in an arch like this and back around here like that.
Chu decides that he's had enough of the outdoors and heads inside to explore the hospital's halls and rooms. But he starts to hear the disturbing sound of a bell ringing from somewhere inside the building. When he looks for the source, something happens that shocks him to his core.
It was just the wind.
Weh, banyak kikil tak? Ya! Ada, ya Allah, ya Allah.
You laugh, I will kick you. Yeah. Oh no, I gotta get out of here. It's gonna kick my ass.
The exit door slams shut right behind him and an ominous voice can be heard. But most terrifying of all, something seems to quickly peek out at Chu from inside one of the hospital rooms. Chu is terrified and quickly heads for another section of the hospital. But as Chu continues to explore, things just seem to get worse and worse.
That's what happens when you mouth off.
Astagfirullahaladzim, ya Allah.
Now, if that was an actual woman that just happened to be living there, imagine how terrified she would be at this man just charging at her like that.
Chu jumps when he suddenly sees what appears to be the eerie apparition of a girl standing just inside an empty storage room. Gathering all of his courage, he charges toward the creepy figure, but it disappears into thin air. Chu is now seriously freaked out and just wants to leave, but his live audience has other ideas. He gets bombarded with requests in his live chat to go back inside the hospital just one more time and explore some of the
It looks like just some stuff and some tricks of the light on the wall.
abandoned rooms. As you might guess, it did not go well.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Saya ngecium bau nggak enak teman-teman di sini. Astagfirullahaladzim ya Allah. Astagfirullahaladzim ya Allah. Ancok matamu. Astagfirullahaladzim ya. Allahu Akbar ya Allah. Ya Allah, gue pergi penceng mana jantung anjing.
Chu freezes when he spots a woman in what looks like a hospital gown sitting on a bed inside one of the hospital rooms. She doesn't move, but her head seems to drop backwards to look at Chu as if it's not attached to her body.
That is creepy.
And with that, Chu has had enough. He ends his live stream and just gets out of there. So what do you think is going on here? Could the hospital really be haunted? Either way, real or not, what?
I think it's an optical illusion, and because if you look here to the right, you can see like some black clothing here. So basically, I think this is just somebody in front of this thing, and when they lean back, they look like they're bending back, but they're not actually doing it. Because, see what I mean?
That is absolutely terrifying. The Weeping Woman.
It's a good show. Very well done, at least with that one. If you wouldn't have paid attention and saw the black clothing in front of the white clothing, then I might have been fooled by it.
Woman. Gaz from the YouTube channel Grizzly Gaz loves the outdoors and has dedicated his videos to documenting his frequent camping trips in the countryside of England, along with his cute little French bulldog, Fendi. This time Gaz travels deep into a remote forest that is said to be haunted by the quote, Lady in White. The story goes that back in the 1800s, a troubled woman who lived on a farm at the edge of the woods was so distraught that she took her own life amongst the trees of the forest. Gaz says that he...
Very common myth. A woman suffering or distraught either kills herself or dies in some way, and she ends up haunting the area where she died. It's collectively called the woman in white ghost mythology. Usually either the woman either murdered her kids and she's looking for a ride back home, only she never actually gets back home because she can't face them, or she was betrayed and raped and then killed. And so if you show any infidelity, in other words, she'll try to seduce you, and if you fall for it, she'll kill you. Another one is just has the girl basic girl is assaulted and left for dead and died in the woods, and usually supposed to be them heading home from like a high school prom, and they ended up dying because of the trauma and everything, and you're supposed, and you give them a ride and they want to go home, only they never make it home because when you look back telling them, oh, we're here, they're not in the back seat anymore.
He has heard the story, but he doesn't really seem all that bothered. So Gaz just sets up his hammock and prepares to spend the night in the deep woods. However, when the sun goes down, something happens that makes Gaz wish he had never come to this particular forest.
Hello?
Top.
Sounds like an animal call. Female animal call.
Nope. 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 Hello? Hello? Hello?
Sounds like it's getting closer.
No, I'm off, mate. I'm off.
And with that, Gaz has had enough. He quickly packs up his hammock, gathers his things, and just gets out of there. Gaz is shocked by the horrible noises that sound exactly like a crying woman. He believes that he might have captured the troubled spirit of the woman who took her own life centuries ago in the haunted forest. Even little dog Fendi appears to be on edge about their creepy surroundings. She seems to keep staring at something in the woods that Gaz just can't see. So did outdoorsman Grizzly Gaz accidentally capture evidence of the paranormal? I leave that up to you to decide. You can watch this entire creepy video over on the YouTube channel, Grizzly Gaz.
Sounded like it was just a fucking animal in its mating season.
Leopard Inn. Nearly 300 years ago, in the early 1700s, the Leopard Inn and Pub was built in the thriving town of Burslem, England. The inn was a huge success, and people from all over would visit to stay the night or to have a few pints in the downstairs pub. However, the Leopard's Inn's history is also marred by many tragic events. One of the most notable episodes in the inn's dark history is the violent passing of a lady of the night in one of the upstairs rooms. Her life was taken by an angry and very violent customer. It is said that both of their spirits are trapped inside the Leopard Inn, doomed to wander its halls.
Yeah, some people are fucking real monsters, both men and women. When they don't get what they want, they can be very fucking violent. And they don't care what happens to those around them.
For all eternity. Visitors and workers at the inn claim to have had terrifying experiences with one of these spirits. Some say that the dark, shadowy figure of a man follows and attacks people at the inn, sometimes touching or pushing them, or even grabbing them by the throat.
So what's one of the most scariest experiences that you've had
Grabbing
inside
by
the Leopard Inn
I don't
Hotel?
have much of a throat to grab.
That is the figure, a black figure that goes upstairs, wanders through the pub, opens and closes doors, sometimes get touched on the shoulder.
And have you actually seen the figure?
Yes.
Over the years, the inn's business took a sharp downturn, and much of the structure was sealed off and left abandoned until 2007. The Leopard Inn's first floor is now a historic pub, but the upper floors and rooms of the inn still remain empty and in a state of decay. Ghost hunters Jeff and Phil from the YouTube channel Ghost Tech Paranormal Investigations travel to the Leopard Inn with their cameraman Pete. They hope to catch supernatural activity on camera, and what they encounter is truly chilling. The team installs several static cameras throughout the inn, and then they start to explore. Almost immediately, they capture something unexplainable in the second floor hallway.
Oh, big hits in here.
It feels really cold behind me as well.
Yeah, I've just gone cold. Did you feel that?
Yeah, I felt it.
Where did it come from, Pete?
Big gas, well not gas, but a lot of cold air come into my back from there.
Something's moving down that way as well.
Yeah, and it gets
Something moving.
Bring a K2 in here, Jeff.
A lot of cold air come into my back from there.
Something's moving down that way as well.
After hearing the bizarre, unexplained footsteps, the Ghost Tech team continues to investigate in hopes of finding the source of the mysterious sound. Now, this is when Phil starts to experience some very strange and creepy encounters. The first time it happens, Phil is on the third floor, conducting a spirit box session.
Short of thermal footage, there's no way to tell if there was a cold spot or not. The only thing you do is take them at their word.
Is there anybody here in this hallway at the moment? Okay, something just pulled me on the back of my thing.
Your jumper?
Yeah, on my hood.
Okay, that's good.
Yep. Okay, so I take it you are with us.
Phil just laughs off the tug on his coat, but then it happens again.
Don't touch me, Jeff.
Phil?
Yeah.
Hold on a sec. You see when you said someone touched you?
Yeah.
Did you laugh?
No. I went, well, something touched me.
As Phil gets touched, I clearly hear a man laugh, and this is captured on our digital recorder. Here's the audio enhanced.
Yeah, I love the whole enhanced part.
Don't touch me, Jeff.
Could have been any number of things, even breathing or fucking heartbeat.
Don't touch me, Jeff.
Something pulls at Phil's jacket and a sinister laugh can be heard. The Ghost Tech team believes that they might be dealing with the spirit of the angry man that took the life of the Lady of the Night inside the Leopard Inn, as his ghost is said to follow and attack people. Their suspicions seem justified when Phil is targeted yet again.
I was told that you're seen walking up and down the stairs. Come down now.
Ghost really doesn't seem to
Phil
like this
is
guy.
receiving an EVP, a man's voice who is saying, "We'll fix it for money." And at the same time, there is movement behind him. Here is the enhanced audio of the EVP, followed by the footage, which has also been enhanced.
I was told that you're seen walking up and down the stairs. I was told that you're seen walking up and down the stairs.
Can't really make out what that was. It looked like somebody's shadow moving, like somebody's arm moving.
A dark figure seems to reach out towards Phil, almost as if it's attempting to grab him again. Meanwhile, one of the upstairs cameras has caught something that is...
It wasn't reaching for the guy's hood part of his hoodie. So yeah, that's kind of far-fetched.
downright chilling.
Whilst we are on the second floor, at the same time our static night vision camera on the third floor is capturing what seems to be an apparition. It stands at the end of the hallway, then it turns and walks into a room. Here's the footage followed by the footage enhanced.
Looks like it's just a glitch in the footage. Maybe even...
A white translucent figure can be seen entering one of the bedrooms on the third floor. So, could this be the spirit of the man that terrified so many victims?
It looks like it's like either a glitch in the footage, it might even just be something on the lens. Because it doesn't go into a room, it literally goes over the wall. Like, there's something too close on the camera that the camera's not able to actually detect it properly.
Visitors at the inn? And is it the same figure that was reaching out to Phil? You can watch this entire two-part investigation over on the YouTube channel, Ghost Tech Paranormal Investigations. The end of the Zark haunting. Now you might remember a little while back we featured an Indian family who claimed that their apartment was haunted by a poltergeist.
It's coming from the cupboard.
Could you please drop?
Well, as an update to this story, the father Zark says that he has decided to end the channel because now his family has finally moved to a new home. But Zark posted one final video from their old apartment that might be their creepiest video yet.
Yeah, I've seen some of this guy's stuff before. It's a good way to make money if you want to buy a new place. Just make it look like your old place is haunted and make money off it on YouTube.
Zark hears a child crying in their living room and thinks that it's his son. But just as he enters the room, he sees a semi-transparent child run toward the hall. In the dark, Zark can't tell that something just doesn't quite look right.
I could create that same exact thing using green screen.
And he runs after the child, thinking that it's his own son. But just then, his wife yells to him from the other room to say that their son is still safe in bed, snug under the covers and not crying at all. So Zark has no idea who or what this is. Cut back to current day, and Zark says that the channel is now over. But was the Zark Scary Haunting channel for real? Or was it all just an elaborate hoax?
You wouldn't exactly call it a hoax. I'd more likely call it like a play. Entertainment.
You decide. Caught on camera. A Reddit user that goes by the name Failed Talk Show Host lives with his girlfriend in a small apartment in Denver, Colorado. Sometimes the couple hears strange noises in their apartment, but they never really thought much of it. That is until the Reddit user buys a brand new Samsung phone with a new night mode feature, meaning that the phone can take vivid, highly optimized photos even in the dark. He decides to try out the feature, so he turns off all the lights and snaps a few photos around his apartment. When he looks back at the results, he is shocked to see an unfamiliar figure standing in the kitchen cupboard. Confused and worried, the user posts his photo to Reddit to get opinions on what he could have captured. After many requests, the Redditor decides to leave a camera recording overnight as he and his girlfriend sleep. When the couple reviews the recorded footage the next day, they discover something absolutely terrifying. Someone or something can be seen moving around in the dark, and whatever it is looks very similar to the figure in the previous photo. So could it be that their apartment is haunted? Or just what is this? Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. I know I'm starting to sound like a broken record, but
I'm not sure. It looks too detailed to just be a glitch or anything. Maybe it's somebody like a family member or something.
My schedule is still all over the place, so please hit subscribe and hit the little bell notification icon so that you never miss an episode. Hopefully, I'll see you back next time.
Definitely a good video. Definitely a good video. Oh shit, I've watched this one before. I don't remember when though. I don't think I watched it on Twitch though. Might have been one of my old YouTube videos. See, when were you released? Yeah, pretty long ago, about 2 years, so that's probably why I don't remember. Okay guys, with that I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. So until then, have fun. I'll see you guys later. It was entertaining tonight.